would you like to get a free home security system? That's right, free. You see these ads for these security systems. They want like hundreds of dollars a month or whatever, big installation fees. No, this guy will give you a free app. You download the app for an iPhone or Android or whatever, and then you find an old tablet or an iPhone or an Android phone that you don't use anymore, and you set that up at home, and then your phone will act as a security system. With this app in both devices, they'll sense movement. So if somebody moves around, or you could just watch your dog at home, hey, how's Fido doing in the kitchen there, or whatever. Or actually, you could talk to Fido. You see him there. Hey, how you doing, Fido? Yeah, and it's all free. And actually, see, it's a motion detector too. That's the important thing. So if something, like you want to set one in a separate room and you don't want the dog to go in there, and then maybe you'll be at work and then your phone will announce that, hey, Fido's in that room you didn't want him to get into. Or actually, I had a good thing. My boy just put in a good garden out in the backyard. It's about, half of our backyard now is fresh fruits and vegetables. And where we live, we have deer coming in. So what we're planning on doing is we have an old iPad, we're going to set up on the porch if the deer come in, so our iPhone will know, we'll get a message because it'll be the movement of a deer in the backyard will notify us. We'll come out, have to shoot the deer away, but save our veggies and fruits and things like that. I mean, technology. This is called the Internet of Things. IoT, Internet of Things, a big thing in the country, in the world that's going on. Everything can be connected with everything. And these things, he has gadgets now. If you want to upgrade, like your window, so if the window opens, you will know if that window is open. If there's water in the basement or something, if the water gets it senses that. The humidity is too much. It senses that and will notify. You can get notified for anything. You get notified if who's at the door and what they're trying to do at the door, and you can be at work, and not even be at the door, and you see what's going on. I mean, this is it. But the beginning device that you could use very practically, and practical applications, where it's your baby room, or you just want to be nosy on your on your kids, anything that anywhere there's the internet, you'll be connected and be able to watch that. And it's a motion detector. And that's the most important thing. But more importantly, you have to start realizing that the internet will make it so much easier for us to control things that we don't need people for anymore. And, that's why robotics are going to rule the world. Well, they're not really, but more and more things can be that. If somebody's standing guard over there, might as well have a phone with a sensor than a person, right? So it'll relieve us of a lot of drudgery, And now with the internet and the cost going down, more and more of our life is going to be like this, So get used to it. And this guy knows what he's talking about. He just sold his last business for like $160 million. And what he's doing now, so he's got $160 million from his last business. He's going on the internet and getting free money, the crowdfunding, to start his new business. That's how good this crowdfunding is, whether you're rich or poor or anything. People want to use this to start their new businesses. So that's another thing you have to start learning how to do. So watch this interview. Well, Gene Wang, but it's W-A-N-G, Wang. But more importantly, it's presentpro.com. And you are a remarkable person, Gene, but you know that. I don't know if people know that. I mean, this is your fourth serial entrepreneur, company you're doing, which is phenomenal. I mean, I've read about the Internet of Things for the last couple of years now, and you have a simple iPhone device and a few other gadgets that puts it all together. You're going to put everybody else out of business who thinks about the Internet of Things because you got it all in one little package, and people could start now for free, can't they?
Exactly. Price is right. It's a huge area, and people want to use their smartphones for everything. And what we want to do is extend their power and their control into the Internet of Things.
All right. And if people don't realize that, I mean, it's really, we can monitor so much in life. I mean, your little gadget now, I mean, through your phone, we'll be able to see who's at the door, find out if a light goes on, see if the kid comes home from school, if someone's drinking your good whiskey, almost anything. I mean, like now we're worried about, we have deer where we live, and we just started a backyard garden. So, man, we want to get those deer out soon. So we could put one of our old iPhones, and that's what it does. You take old iPhones you're not using, or they could be Androids or whatever, and they become part of your Internet of Things, right? And then if something moves out there, you're alerted. Bang, 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 bang. Oops, something's going on.
You're absolutely right, Matthew. Yeah, we turn your old iPhone or your Android phone into a free Wi-Fi security camera with built-in motion detection and video alerts, and it's completely free to get going on. And then, what I would do is I would protect your garden by just setting up your old. We also work on iPads and iPod touches.
Wow! So I could just tape an old iPhone to the the porch back here, and when you're saying it alerts that it's not continually streaming. Only when something moves, then you get a notice that something is going on. It's not there all the time. Only when something happens. So in your video on Indiegogo, you have a wonderful video where mom is at work, downtown working, and she could see her child coming home, because that's when the click goes on and the door opens and she sees all that.
Exactly. Yeah, we're trying to make it so that from your smartphone, you can really stay in touch with the people and the things and your pets and maybe elderly relatives and what you value the most, and put it all onto your mobile phone.
So we don't need, that device they sell. I've fallen and I can't get up, Or we don't need those, whether it's like $100 a month security systems that people are selling now too.
Yeah, I got into this, Matthew, because my mother was actually burglarized twice.
Wow.
She started feeling afraid of being home alone.
I see.
And, I love my mother dearly, but actually I don't want her to move into my house.
A good caveat, yeah.
And I just decided to buy her a security system.
I see.
For second burglary. And so we looked around, and these things are like $1,800 up front and $48 a month.
How much a month?
Well, the one that we picked was $48 a month.
Wow! So $1,800 by $2,000, and then you're paying another $500 a year or whatever, or $600. Wow, that's forever. You get married.
Right. So I figured, at People Power that we would do a lot better by, converting all of these old devices that you still have, a lot of power in them. Great cameras, great processors, and just turn them into something really useful.
Well, I think what's unique about you is that your last business that you told me ahead of time, I guess, you sold for like $160 million to HP, but that was a company called Bitcom that you were the guys that invented, for your iPhones and everybody else to really manage all the junk inside of their phone, right? To update it and everything. So you guys know phones better than anybody else, because I go on like Indiegogo and all these people have little apps for Internet of Things, but they're only like working one thing. You know how to work 1,000 things at one time.
Yeah, my last company actually made its way into 300 million smartphones.
300 million? Yeah. Gosh, that's one for every person in the United States. What a sale.
Very well. We did have a great exit to HP, as you mentioned, but then we kind of got tired of working at HP, so we reunited at Power. And I guess about 12 of the original members, mostly on the technical side, are now at People Power, and we're really reimagining how you can not just use old smartphones, but we have this great ability to connect all different kinds of devices, not just phones. Think little sensors like this, smart plugs like this. You're able to control them all from your phone.
But this new venture, you went to the government to get a lot of this money to start, huh?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have been working in the Altagy area, and we have this really popular app called Presence Pro Energy. And Presence Pro Energy allows people to save money by cutting their energy waste. And we were able, Matthew, as you mentioned, we won not one but two small business innovation research grants.
That's amazing.
The first one was $150,000, but the second one was $1 million.
Wow! Wow, that's terrific. Well, you have the phone holder there, that little robot guy. Show people how that works.
Yeah. So we have this this little remote control robot, and what I can do is I can start out by just turning this device right here into a camera. So
Right.
now you can see that I can see my hand.
Right. So anywhere but you can control the vision angle from your phone, huh?
That's right. So what I can do is I can come over here on my other phone, and I can connect I can see whatever this camera,
Right.
this phone is seeing on the phone in my hand. And now
I see. It's there.
And now if I actually just
Oh, so you're moving. Now you see Lesko, right? Yeah. Wow, that's terrific. That's terrific.
make sure everything's okay. So this Galileo robot, and it costs $99 on the Presence store.
Well, even if you don't, I mean, you could use that app and the two phones without a robot, right?
Yeah.
So you could get the app for free on either the Apple Store or the Android Store. Get it, take your old phone, and then you have that motion sector, and you try that for a while to see if you need the other gears, or opening the windows, or just turning on light switches and alarms and all this kind of stuff that is fun, and to play with it for free. But I think people should go to the Indiegogo site. They could get to that by going to presencepro.com. Then you can link to Indiegogo to see that video there if you have. And you guys are rocking the world on Indiegogo like you're the highest high-tech product ever, or whatever. The amount of money you made is terrific. But to see the video, because that really explains it so well in my mind. And it's so nice to have smart and nice people, not smart, obnoxious people. Have some, but it's nice, humble people that are smart and do stuff that help the lives of the rest of us, so much better. Yeah. Well, wonderful to have you, Gene, and thank you for working on this. And it's Presence Pro, PRESENCEPRO.com. I flunked English in college. That's why I spell things for the rest of us dummies. Make sure.
Hey, thank you, Matthew. And for all of you budding entrepreneurs out there, let me just wrap up with one word of advice, which is go for it.
Absolutely, man. Look at if he could get $1 million+ for the government do it, and then go out and get tens and tens of thousands of dollars on Indiegogo and crowdfunding and starting new ventures and keep doing it, there's no reason that it doesn't have to be that big. It'd be little. You don't need $1 million. Maybe just a couple tens of thousands, 100,000. It's there, right? Well, thank you so much, Gene. Best of luck to you, and I hope you keep doing this long time.
All right, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Sai-Jian, do you know that? That's about my limit. Thank you, Gene. Take care.